So hello everyone and welcome back to Power Pro Academy. In today's video, we will explore one of the new feature of the Power App, which is functions. It is generally user-defined functions, so we can also create our functions in Power App. Now, this feature is in preview, so in upcoming days, this feature will be very beneficial for us. So before going to the functions in Power App, let's understand the basics of the function in coding. So what is a function? Function is a block of reusable code. It is designed to perform a specific task and can be called or invoked whenever needed. Okay, so function can take parameters, execute statements, and return values, which make them essential for code organization, modularity, and reusability in programming. So this is what function do. Basically, if we need an action again and again in coding, so I can do two things. I can write multiple coding again and again, or I can create a function over there. So whenever I need these line of code, then I can execute my function and it will give me the value which is required. So this is how function works. Now, how the function works in Power App. We have seen some functions in Power App when we created our application. So if we talk about them, there are multiple type of functions there. Some of them are sum, lookup, patch. So there are variety of function in Power App, and these functions are built-in functions which is not created by user but in the system previously. But now with the function component, which is the new feature of the Power App, it is easy to create user-defined functions. Okay, so let's don't delay much time and jump on the Power Apps. So here I am in Power Apps. So now we are creating our own function. So how can we do that? So first of all, you have to go to the more and discover all. Here you can see multiple things in Power Apps. Now you have to scroll to the down, and in the last you will get functions preview. So here it is written, with Power FX function, you can create reusable custom logic in Dataverse. Functions can be called from apps, flows, and other items, ensuring consistent logic across the environment. So this is where you get the function component. Now you have to click on it. You can get the interface of the function. I have created one function here. You can also create your function with the AI, but we will create it manually and can see how the things will work. So here I am clicking on new function. The dialog box is open, which is new function. Use Power FX function to create reusable custom logic. Here I have to write display name. So now what type of function we are creating here? Okay, so here okay, so let's create sum of n number function here. So I am writing here sum of n. Okay, so this is the name of our function. Here I am writing the description of the function. So sum of n numbers is the description. Now we have to provide some parameter to the function, as we know. So first of all, input parameter. So if we talk about the sum of all number function, so how the formula will look like. So let's see the formula here, sum of n number. So this is the formula of sum of n number. So basically we have to provide one input parameter to it, which is n. Okay, so the parameter is n and the data type of the parameter is string. Now we have to define the output result, which is the sum, and the data type is integer. Now we have to write the formula of sum of n number. So what is the formula here? You have to first press the curly braces, then the output, and here we have to write the formula. So the formula is n, okay, so n into n plus 1, we have to close it. Okay, now Let's divide it by 2. So this is our whole formula. So S gives n into n plus 1 divided by 2, which is the formula of sum of n natural numbers. Okay, so let's create it and let's see how can we use it. So the function is created, and yes, the function is created over there, sum of all n number. Oh, we had a mistake here. It's sun, not sum. Okay, it's fine. So now, how can we use it in our Power Apps? So let's go to the app, create a new app here. So I am going with the start with the page design. Now I am looking for the blank canvas and our Power App is being generated. It's a blank screen, so nothing is there. We have to create something here. Okay, so now what we can do to call our function. So first of all, you have to import environment table, because all the functions are created in the environment table. So first of all, we have to fetch our environment table. Environment, here it is. Okay, so environment table is getting loaded. Okay, so the environment table is getting loaded. Now what we have to do to call a function, we have to place the components here. Basically, we have to get a text input where we are providing the input for the function. Let's make it 15. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's create the font size 15. Now we have to take a button to call the function. Here we are writing our function. Okay, so how can we write our function? First of all, we have to write our table name, which is environment. Now dot, and we have to write our function name. So our function name is son of n, which have to be sum of n. So here it is, cr30e underscore son of n, and look at that. It suggests me that you have to write one parameter, which is n, and the data type is number. So let's write something over there. So I am writing here 5. Let's write here 5. So I'm writing here 5. Oh, there is something went wrong. N, and the n is basically I am not writing here 5, and you can't give here 5. Let's check it. 5. I am giving. Okay, so I can give 5 here, but I am not writing here 5 or the default number. I am making it dynamic, so there I have to write text input 1 dot text. So whatever I am writing in the text input, it is get placed over there. Okay, so our function is being called from the button. Now I have to save the result of that function in the variable. So let's create a variable res, and in the res I am storing the return of this function. Okay, so this is how we can call a function. Now let's check it how it will work. So first of all, I am taking a text label here, and the value which is I am getting in the res, I am deriving them here. So res dot and the result, which is the sum of the number. Let's make it big. So 20, and now we are ready to run our first function. Okay, so I'm gonna play the app. Now what if I write here 5? So if I write here 5, it gives me 13. So basically what's going on there, in as our formula is n into n plus 1 divided by 2, so this will goes like that. So 5 into 6 divided by 2, which is 15. Okay, we are getting 13. So basically I think there is an error in our function. So Let's edit our function. I think we are lacking it somewhere. Okay, let's go to the function once more and let's check it what is going wrong over there. So we have to edit our function. Let's check it what is going on over there. Okay, so we have right n into n plus 1. It's basically n into bracket and then n plus 1. So this is the mistake which we have created here. That's why the answer was not correct. So let's save it once more time and let's refresh our data source. So I think it will give us the positive answer. Okay, so the function is edited. Now let's go to our Power Apps. Let's refresh the environment table and let's see that what it's giving us now. Okay, so the table was refreshed. Now once more, let's click it and now we are getting right answer. So I am writing here 5. So 5, sum of 5 numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we add these numbers, we get 15. So what if we add sum of 100 numbers? So the sum of 100 number is 5050. So that's how you can create your own functions in Power App. And these functions are reusable in any of the app which you have created or going to create. So this is the most important feature of the Power App, which is function. So you have to create our own functions and you can use it in any app which you want to use. So this is all about the functions. Write in the comment box whether you like it or not. Please create your first function and use it in your Power App. We will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Happy coding.